wanna go fishing.
Welcome to Ripsomelipshg with youth pro fishermen Grant and Hunter Sommerhauser.
Fishing. Try and cast my blues away. I wanna go fishing. I don't want to watch the clock. I wanna go fishing. I don't ever wanna stop.
This show is sponsored in part by Aqua-Vu, reinventing your fishing experience with superb quality underwater cameras. Check out all of your video options at aquavu.com. That's aquavu.com.
Hey everyone, Grant here with Ripsomelipshg, and on today's show we're fishing for some shallow water bluegills. What we did to find them today was we went on lakelink.com, we searched up the lake we're fishing, and we wanted to look for some shallow water because we assumed that there would be weeds there. And just to make sure, we dropped down the Aqua-Vu micro to see that there was weeds, and then after we found weeds, we put down Markham, and there was fish down in 6 to 7 feet of water. Well, 6 to 8 feet is where we found them. And to detect the light bites, I used a string bobber. I put it on the end of my rod, and then a Bros mud bug, which both Hunter and I are using. It's pretty good because it's front heavy, so you can easily pound the bottom to draw fish in. We're dealing with a cold front today. We went from around 20 degrees to -5 over the next couple of days. It's going to be in the single digits, in the negatives. The bites slowed down a little bit from fishing days previously for bluegills, but we're still managing to catch them. We just have to move around this area that we're fishing. It's from like 5 to 8 feet. We're finding them in the weeds though. Got one coming up on the mark. On the mud bug, just using a wax worm. I'm gonna get through the release. Not too big. So I was just ready to go out, go to the bathroom, and I had my wax tail down, and then I pulled it up, set the hook, I have a northern on right here. It was just starting to do head shakes. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. I don't want him to break me off. Oh, he's not too big, but still fun, even on the wax. This is the first northern we got today. Oh, I don't want him to bite me. Oh, there we go. Hunter coming in close up on that wax tail in his mouth. Also using what Hunter used. I was jiggling it for a little bit. Oh, he's hooked pretty good. I'm lucky my line didn't get in his teeth. Oh, I just caught this awesome pumpkin seed. Look at the pretty colors. And then look what's in his mouth. The difference between a pumpkin seed, I mean, they look pretty close, except these have that little red ear right there. And then the nice pretty pumpkin colored spots. Look at the wax tail. He engulfed it. Pop it out. Okay. Release her. Oh geez, that was a great fish. I'm just working a plastic on the bottom right now, and I noticed that there's a fish down there. This isn't fighting like a bluegill. It's a largemouth. Oh jeez. Hunter and I, we really wanted to catch a largemouth through the ice this year. I mean, he's caught one before. He caught a really nice one a couple years ago. Oh, nice fish. We're gonna snap a quick picture. Now we're here to release them. Oh, these bass are way more lethargic in the winter time. He went back slow, but I think he'll be fine. Tess here with Ripsomelipshg, and on today's show we're going to be reviewing the Aqua-Vu Micro with DVR. So to start off, what really comes on the box is 2 open water clips, and then you have the ice clips, which are meant for either horizontal or vertical use. You can either just hook it like that or leave it on. There is a slot on the front of the camera where the clip will slide onto. And this is nice because it's nice pocket size. You can just throw it in your sweatshirt pockets or your ice fishing jackets. Most of them really have big pockets. There's a screw hole like most cameras have right in the back, so you can hook it up to any regular tripod, or Aqua-Vu sells an actual single tripod type thing that goes on your sonar. To open the camera up, I'll show you. That's how it turns on. When you open that up, the camera turns on. Let it start up. There's the camera, as you can see. So this one, as I said, has recording. Here's the recording. You can adjust the screen brightness or the LED light by just pressing that, or you press it twice. Adjust the brightness by pressing the up button or down. And we can turn on the light. Then you have menu options, which are setup, recording, and you press the enter button is the light button. There's also motion detect on this. You can set up sleep mode. These are some of the great features that the Aqua-Vu Micro offers.
Now, back to ripping some lips with Hunter S.
Got one coming up on the locator. On the disher. Wow, that's a nice bluegill. Just a mud bug with a waxworm. Simple fishing. One last look. We measured it. He's 9 inches. What a beautiful fish. You gotta let these big fish go. They're the ones that create the small ones. Alright, so real quick, I am fishing a waxtail, Trigger X waxtail on a Bros mud bug, and I'll show you the technique we're using to draw these fish in. Just drop it all the way down. We're only in 6.7 feet. There's 2 things that I like to do here. It looks like I already... Oh, there's one coming up. Oh no, never mind, that was me. 2 things. I like to pound the bottom lightly, just to get that stirred up on the bottom, which actually gets the real bugs that are in the lake stirred up. And then I also like to fish it about... Got one coming up. Oh, right on cue. That was cool. Just a little one. That goes to show you, that's proof right there. Pounded the bottom, brought them in, caught them. Just a cool fish. That waxtail was doing its job. Slide them right in. Real quick, I just caught that fish. A lot of people don't realize when you catch a fish and your knot goes up, that when it hangs vertical like that, that's not natural. So just twist it right back, pull it back, and then you have a lot more vertical to that bait. A lot more horizontal, excuse me. Then I'll show you the action. That waxtail, nice. I trimmed it a little bit so the bluegills can really inhale it. One coming up. Another one coming up on the waxtail. Sometimes it's good just a slight pause. You never want to drop it to them. Let them always come to you.
Got him. On the wax tail. That wax tail is money when it comes to bluegill. Just has that little flutter of the tail, and a lot of times you don't even need to move your rod. It's just when you hold it still, it's doing it for it, because it just, the little shake of your hand is doing it. Quick view, mud bug. Not huge, we're getting some big ones, but this one isn't that big. Slide him back in. Oh man, he's a flopper. Another one coming up. This wax tail is just money. Oh wow. Let's cut around the transducer. That's a big one though. Get a close up of that guy. All those nice stripes on him. Release this big guy. You gotta release these to keep the population in check. Quick release. And another one. It is just lights out. It is a cold front, but don't let cold fronts scare you. There is fish to be caught during cold fronts. It was about a 30-degree difference from yesterday from today. Another nice bluegill. What's really allowing us to kneel down is these Frable knee pads. They're great because then you can get really easy access. They're good for hole hopping. We're not doing any hole hopping today, but just grabbing the fish so our knees don't get wet, and it supplies some padding there so our knees don't get sore.
Hey everyone, here's the end of today's episode of Ripsomelipshg. We'd like to thank our sponsors. We had the opportunity to try out and use the Aqua-Vu micro this week, and it really pays off to go on Lake Link, look up the lake you want to fish, and then put your target of where you want to fish, and then you can walk around with the Aqua-Vu to locate fish.
And it goes to show you, if you put in your work, if you, like Grant says, go on Lake Link, you look up the map, if you use your Aqua-Vu to search for fish, search for structure, you can really get on fish no matter what conditions are.
Thanks for watching Rip Some Lips. Bookmark our show and stay tuned for new fishing adventures. This show is sponsored in part by Aqua-Vu, reinventing your fishing experience with superb quality underwater cameras. Check out all of your video options at aquavu.com. That's aquavu.com. And Frabill Outdoor Trusted Gear since 1938. Visit frabill.com for all of your ice fishing needs. Rip Some Lips promotes and supports youth fishing, so take your child fishing and keep the sport alive. Stay tuned next time for more fishing action and tips. Be safe and good luck.
There's nothing like a morning bite when the fish are eating well, or a new crankbait that's running straight over a rock.